Hey, what is going on? I hope you're having a great day so far. Um, I'm just going to get to the point. I love sharing nuggets. I definitely love sharing what I call my life detox tips. And I may not always call them life detox tips, but they are really tips and nuggets that open up a new perspective as to how you see things overall, whether it's your personal life, your professional life, social life, whatever part of your life it may be. And so I was reading um, the scripture this morning in Mark where it talks about the woman that had the issue of blood. And I know that if you are what you call a Bible scholar or a theologian, you know how people like to have these fancy little topics that make them seem like they're so super, super spiritual. That's my word for calling them Pharisaic in nature. Super spiritual, can't do them. But anyway, we talk about the woman with the issue of blood. And as a woman, I could not begin to imagine having this situation for 12 years. I could barely deal with it when I had to deal with it for how many ever days, but bless God, I don't deal with that anymore. But dang, what y'all here to listen to. So we've heard the story so many times about the woman with the issue of blood. And, we talk about her faith and how she kind of stepped out there and she touched the hem, of Jesus's garment. And then she was made whole or she was made well. But I wanted to make a specific point on that. So in Mark 28, she says, if only I may touch his clothes, I shall be made well. And in other versions may say garment or something like that. I will be made well or I would be made whole. And the perspective question that I want to propose today is, what is it that you need to touch to make your life whole or to make your life well? Because remember, when she touched Jesus, he felt something come out of him. So much so, it was so much power and so much virtue that came out of him into her that he knew something different had happened, not only in his life, but in the life of the person that touched him. So there are two ways to look at this. What is it that Jesus needs to sense from you, to get from you, in order for virtue and power to leave him, to enter into you, to make your situation, your life whole, to make it well? And, we may think just because, we're not sleeping on a bench or having to stand on corners or stand in lines to get our meals, or, we have employment or whatever, we may feel that we are whole or we're well. But there is a specific wholeness and a specific wellness that Jesus is looking for from us, in order for when we connect with him in the way that we connect with him, that he feels something come from him, that he has to stop what he's doing to pay attention to us and acknowledge our faith and acknowledge our tenacity to get with him. We are so bombarded now with, I don't even call it news anymore. I call them influencers, because what people are doing is, all they're doing is they're using their power and position of the media, or even their social media platforms, to steer your perspective toward theirs. You could have liked someone and had no problem with them, until someone starts totally spewing and spinning their vision and their version of the person. And now all of a sudden you don't like this person anymore. Now all of a sudden you don't like this group of people anymore. Now all of a sudden you don't like this plan or this process. Like, it's just absolutely crazy. And in order for us to become whole and well the way that Jesus intended for us to be and intended for us to live, we have to show up with a certain level of faith and belief in him, regardless of what our circumstances look like, regardless of what the situation may even look like right now, in our own lives, or even in our political circle, or in our social circles, our religious circles, our employer. Like, you have to come to him with a certain level of faith, knowing that what I need from him, if I can get myself in his presence, posture myself the right way in his presence with a full heart of faith, I will get from him what I need. I will get from him what I desire. And the thing about it is that what we get from Jesus and what we get that changes our lives is not really just for us. When we become made well and we become whole, the people around us, we get to be a testimony to the people around us and to those circumstances around us. That's why I'm just not getting all caught up in all of this stuff that's going on, because I know that I serve a God that will prevail regardless of how it looks. So I was talking to somebody the other day about eggs, and I was like, okay, well, all right, so eggs may be $5, $6, $9, $10, $12 a dozen. So guess what? Either I don't eat eggs or I don't eat as many. So us talking about it is not going to change it. Like, we change it by changing our habits. So this video wasn't about eggs. So what I want to leave with you is to remind you in this verse, Mark 5:28, if only I may touch his clothes, I shall be made well. What is it that you need to touch? What is it that you need to show up in the presence of Jesus in order for him to make you well and to make you whole? So I leave you with this nugget, that we have to turn ourselves back to God. We have to turn back to him because we've turned away from him. We've gotten good jobs, we've gotten money, we've gotten houses, we've gotten status, we've gotten, a million followers, and we don't think we need him anymore. But he is showing us right now that we do. And so change your posture, change your position, shift, because you could say you don't have faith in God, but you have faith in something. You have faith that something won't happen, or you have faith that something will happen. So either way, faith exists. So hope you found this nugget very helpful. Feel free to comment. I'm not a pastor or minister or anything like that. I'm just somebody out here that loves coaching people and love giving people a new perspective, because I'm not here to change your mind. I only want to offer you another perspective. So I encourage you to go and read these scriptures. I actually encourage you to go and read the Gospels and find certain verses in there that will help you to find strength, encouragement, to get through the trying times that are ahead of us. Because when you believe and when you know that all things are possible, and when you know that all things work together for the good of those that love the Lord, and when you understand to be anxious for nothing, then you can get through whatever is about to happen. So it's your girl, Miss Straight Talk, no sugar added. I hope you found this helpful. Please definitely share this video. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel at Miss Straight Talk. And yeah, that's all I got for you today. Have a great day. Bye-bye.